Hey guys, YouTube video coming out. I'm gonna be working on this thing today. You guys don't know, this is side pick here. This is my S55 AMG Mercedes that I've had for a few years now, and we're gonna be doing something really cool with it today. So no Subaru content today directly, but I will talk about some of the stuff that you guys have questions about, I'm sure, in my projects and what's been going on. But first, let's look at these really nice parts I got. So I have some very nice Ceika coilovers, and these are two-way coilovers. So these are adjustable for compression and rebound independently, which is super nice. So you got a knob here for adjusting it, and then we got a knob on top as well. So I had these custom made for the Mercedes. This car uses a really weird design. See on the bottom, this is where it goes to the knuckle. They have these like pins that go into the car here. If I can show you, it has like a floating ball joint. That's what this is. So that's actually a pivoting ball joint so the suspension can cycle and move. And that's part of the reason why these cars drive so good, is they have a lot of fluid movement in the suspension throughout its travel. So there's ball joints here on the knuckle, on the strut, and then there's multiple arms here for this whole setup. It's pretty neat. And even the sway bars have like a floating joint. So makes the car really smooth, predictable handling. So it's kind of a Mercedes thing. But what's gonna make this really special is, on top of having these badass coilovers, I've also got something really cool here. So this is from a company called Stanceparts. And what this is this is air. So these are air pistons. You can look, very nicely machined. And they have an airline fitting right here. And what these do is these give you the best of both worlds. You can have a real coilover so the car handles really good. And then you have an air piston that you can raise the car for when you're going over low driveways and stuff. This basically just sits inside the coilover here. So I'm going to install this and show you guys how this works, but this kit comes with everything. Got the airline, lanyard. So basically it has an air compressor, air tank, everything we need. And this kit that I bought is going to do all four corners, not just the front. So one of the things I'm trying to do with this car is keep the lift option, because the factory hydraulic suspension and a lot of these German cars, they have the front you can lift for driveways by pushing a button. So this is still going to have that feature, except it's going to have it on the front and the rear, which is super nice. So no compromise. You have the handling and you have the convenience. So I'm going to start assembling this coilover now, and then I'll show you guys how this all is going to work. All right, as you can see, I got it assembled now. So basically the air cup goes underneath the top hat. So you take the top hat off, you pull this off, air cup sits in there, and now look at that. That is so badass. Now you have the best of both worlds. You have the coilover and the air cup, and you have it all. So I'm going to get this all tightened up now, and then we'll start doing the base settings on this. All right, I got the fronts done. As you can see, I'll stand them up here. So got the air cups on. So important thing is the spring perch where the spring used to ride needs to be directly flat on the top of the air cup to transfer all the energy from the spring through the shock body properly to the top of the car. So if there's a gap here or a bushing or something, it's not good. So I made sure that's there like that. And then also set the preload on these. On any coilovers, the preload is really important. So I run about 6mm preload in the front on both shocks, and then 3 in the rear. I do have helper springs here, which are going to make the car handle a little bit better. Ride better, not necessarily handle better. This is mainly for ride quality. What this does is this is a much softer spring on top of the main spring. So when you're basically hitting minor little imperfections in the road, this spring is basically absorbing all that. And then when you get into the real stiff stuff, this guy takes over. So it helps make the car ride better. I know some people out there are going to roast me because the terminology might not be quite right, but that is the primary goal of a helper spring, is to make the car ride a little bit smoother and also help keep the shock at full droop from the spring coming out of the perch and making noise and all that stuff. So anyways, we're going to get these on the car, and then we'll move on to the rear. All right, got it all in. Doing the trunk install right now. See, got a lot going on in here. Let me flip it around so you can see the car. Oh yeah, stance looks so much better. It's gonna settle a little bit, but yeah, I'm happy. Here's the trunk setup. So we got the compressor, the tank. You see the ice box for the supercharger for the cooling system on the motor. All stereo stuff in here. So basically the way this works is we've got a dedicated air compressor, a big reservoir tank, and then we've got two valves, one for front, one for rear. And we got the relay, and when I press the button in the car, it turns these valves on, fills the air cups that are on top of the coilovers, and it raises the car. You hit the button again, it dumps the air, and then it lowers the car back down. It's pretty simple, but you get the best of both worlds. That's the cool thing about this setup. So let me finish wiring it up, get this thing outside so you guys can see what it looks like.